Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of My Honest Take. This is the only podcast that matters and the only pod you'll ever need. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you hear it. I know you hear the music in the background, man. I had to go back to the roots. I had to go back to the roots for this one. We're going to let it play a little bit longer. There you go. So how's everybody doing, man? How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine. Hope you're doing fantastic on this wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're listening to this podcast. I just want to say I appreciate you guys for always tuning in every Monday for My Honest Take. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I got some good news and some great topics. First off, let's get to the good news. I finally figured out how to set it up, all right? As you guys know, if you've been following the podcast for a while now, I've been trying to get everything situated for more guests onto the show, and figuring out how to just tweak everything like that. So how the format is going to go is going to be like FaceTime calls. You know what I'm saying? Like a video call. All right. That's pretty much what it is. It's a video call. I'm going to have it where it's like all the other podcasts you may have seen. For example, let's go with Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson, Mr. OJ. You know what I'm saying? Ocho Cinco. You know what I'm saying? So it's something like that where you'll be able to see both faces, you know, if it's just me and one other person, or if it's me and four other people or five other people, you'll be able to see everybody's faces. Or, you know, if they have the camera off, you'll still at least be able to see them talking, you know what I'm saying? So I finally figured all of that out. I ironed everything out, got all the kinks done with. So now I can officially say next Monday, finally, we're going to have another guest on the show. Finally. It's been a long time coming, but I got it. I got it. I did it. All right. So the actual VOD versions, the VOD, the video versions will be on my YouTube channel at Quincy Q2K. As you guys know, that is my social handle everywhere. There you go. So I think that's all the good news, really. I just want to let you guys know that I did it. I got it updated. So we should be A-okay. I'm using a different software now, so we're going to see how this works, see how this sounds. But everything is looking tip-top shape. We got it, and I got it. All right. So, like I said, guests should be on here Monday. Almost 90% sure. The video version should be going up on that YouTube channel the same day on that Monday. And I will also have the audio version for everybody who doesn't want to watch the video or don't have access to it. Now, with all that good news out of the way, let's get into the spicy great news. All right. I have a lot, so I don't know where I want to start with this, but I think let's start with this one before we get to the juicy stuff. Let's start with the simple. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk is back at it again. He's back at it again. The cybertruck is now real. Okay. Before, when we just saw the concept of it, we just thought, okay, maybe this might be real. You know, we saw what happened, you know, the window breaking and everything like that. All right. We thought this is not it. This is not bulletproof. This is not hammer proof. This is not all right. Okay. What is he talking about? But it seems that it is real. Mostly in California, obviously. Some in Texas, I believe. So you see some of them around. They're just the prototypes. But what we've heard is that there's a few little tweaks and changes that'll be done before it ships worldwide. So those prototypes are pretty much the real deal. Now, if you want to get yourself a Cybertruck, you're looking anywhere from 60,000 to 100,000. Wow. Okay. 60,000 to 100,000. Now, 60,000 is the single motor, I believe, rear wheel drive. I mean, it's just weird. Rear wheel, like, you know what I'm saying? Rear wheel drive. It's a tongue twister. So, with that one, if you don't know what rear wheel drive is, it moves the rear wheels. You know what I mean? So, when you're turning, you know, for example, your turning radius is going to be a little bit tighter, other than full wheel drive. I want to say. I think I know my car, so I should be right on that. I don't want to get a bunch of DMs saying, yo, you're wrong, or people messaging me saying like, you're wrong, look at your facts. If I'm wrong, next Monday I will correct myself. But so 60,000 for the rear wheel drive only. Now you go up in price to around 70 if you want to get 2 battery packs, all right, that control all 4 wheels. Now we're in 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Most people know this one for being great for going off-roading, going, all terrain, things like that. Okay. So I personally like all-wheel drive, but a car that could do both is always a champ. You know what I mean? When you can switch it to rear-wheel drive only or all-wheel drive. All right. Now, another thing with rear-wheel drive is acceleration. You know what I'm saying? When you're going off that line, if you love speed and you want to get that acceleration right out the gate, your tires will spin. That's why you look at Dodge Challengers when they're, you know what I'm saying, in the straight line. What is it? Drag racing. I couldn't think of the word. When they're drag racing, the wheels always spin. That's why it's a rear wheel drive car. That one I know I'm correct. You can fact check that one. That I got that in the bag. So, I mean, all wheel drive is always gonna be better for different reasons. You know what I mean? Now, if we go up again, we get to all wheel drive again. I don't know if it can go to rear wheel as well, but they call this one the CyberBEAST. Okay, not the cybertruck. It's the CyberBEAST. It's 100K, 100,000. Wow. Okay, this has all your bells and whistles. All right. I don't know if there's gonna be more options to spec out because Tesla's pretty simple with that. From brands like BMW, Porsche, Audi. You know what I'm saying? And yes, that's the correct pronunciation of these cars. It's Porsche, not Porsche. And it's Audi, not Audi. You know what I'm saying? You guys gotta know your stuff. So, when it comes to cars like that, you could get the base Porsche for 50,000, add all the options, now you're at 90,000. It's bonkers. So, but we know Tesla's pretty simplistic when it comes to that. All-wheel drive, or 4 battery packs, 3 battery packs, boom, done. Long range model, sports model, boom, all right, you're done. Or you can pick your color, pick your tires, you're done. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like you gotta add, wireless charging or 360 camera. Like, no, most of that stuff's good. So we don't know what the specs are gonna be looking like when it comes to optioning out your car. Now, with the CyberBEAST, you know what I'm saying? It looks good, but I have a couple complaints. All right, let's talk about the pros though before we get into the cons. Pros: electric car. As we all know, if you own an electric car, there's something with taxes involved. I believe something like that. I believe you save money or gain money, something like that. But it's good to have an electric car. Number 2, once we really start knowing how to use these electric cars, it's going to be good on the environment. But the world's already going to shit. So I mean, how much longer do we have left? But that's another pro. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I mean, you got pros in Tesla. Tesla is a pioneer in the game when it comes to this. Of course, it could be a little bit better in the department of panel gaps and things like that when it comes to, the build quality of the car. But they last forever. Great range, things like that. Their Tesla superchargers are pretty much everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, and they can now charge on the, Electrify America chargers now, or any other third-party electric ones if you get the adapters and things like that. And I believe vice versa. Cars can now charge on Tesla superchargers with the right adapter. So, there you go. Now your cons. And boy, let's start right here. It's an all-metal car. Now, most cars are aluminum. You know what I mean? This is an all-metal car, which poses its issues, poses its problems. Are you going to have to deal with any eroding? Are we going to have to deal with any, flexing of the metal? Because the way that metal works, when you flex metal, I'm about to get very scientific. A lot of people might skip this part, but just hear me out for a second. Just hear me out. When you flex metal, right, with a hydraulic press, and you come back up, it springs back to what the metal was originally. So you got to go beyond that springing point. So that's what I'm saying. Is it going to end up springing back, or are we going to lose that in the car? That's right. So that's 2. Number 3, it has I wouldn't say very sharp, but it has sharp edges. There's like, it's like Minecraft. There's no circles. There's no ovals. All right, it's nothing but squares, triangles, trapezoids, and rectangles. All right, there's nothing but edges. Now, I say that because as you hit your side, you know what I'm saying? You hit your hip on the oof. Yeah, I know everybody know that pain. Bow, you're done for. You're gonna be out of commission for at least 3 weeks. That car is gonna have to sit in the garage. So we got to see how that's gonna go. But if you're wondering about capacity, things like that, it's pretty much like a Ford F-150, 6 feet of bed space. You know what I'm saying? It's got a motorized tonneau cover already on it. You know what I'm saying? You got the front trunk, you know, your front, okay? That's there. And then, I mean, it's a simple Tesla car, but it's a truck. You know what I'm saying? But the other one it's very distinguishable, but I don't like the design. Okay, so now that's a personal one. That's not an opinion. I mean, that's not a fact. It's an opinion. You know what I mean? I don't like the design. So we got to see if it's a hit with people, if you could change the color. You see what I'm saying? Because if it's this metal like that, you know what I'm saying? Or most likely we're not going to be able to change the color. So we got to see what we can do with that, you know? So, I mean, there's a couple cons there, but of course the price is always a big issue. But I mean, if you're buying this car, obviously you got money. So, hey. So, Cybertruck has been announced. Are you going to be getting one? Let me know. Let me know. But in other news, besides the Cybertruck, ladies and gentlemen, matter of fact, scratch it. We're not gonna get there because there's so much juice. But we're gonna save all the sports news for last, like I always do. Y'all know how we do. We save the sports for last. So if you're a sports dude, go ahead and fast forward till you hear me talk about sports. Then rewind a little bit till you get to the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? Keep my retention rate. What we're gonna talk about is gonna be the NBA YoungBoy beef with Mr. Joe Budden. It feels like Joe Budden is going to be in the headlines every fucking Monday. All right? Every Monday. And it's his fault because he does a podcast too. So he's probably going to talk about this as well. So let's talk about it. What we know from this, ladies and gentlemen, what we know is Joe Budden, number one, does not hold his tongue for nobody. He's going to tell you how it is. The infamous, this shit is ass. A 2-pack of ass. Trash. All right. That Joe Budden. He ended up saying that NBA YoungBoy's music is trash. He doesn't like it. Awful. You know, whatever you want to say. And NBA YoungBoy responded. Mr. Kentrell himself. All right. Mr. Top. You know what I'm saying? Lil Top. Him. Okay. He ends up responding and saying, you know, yo, F this, F that, yada, yada, yada. Going ham on Mr. Joe Budden, all right? I'm not going to get into verbatim because it was crazy. And he was flexing, which looked like 50,000, probably 10,000. Just know he had the rubber band. Everybody rubber bands differently. You know, most people rubber band, if they really have money, go by 10s, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. They'll go by 10s, 50,000, you know what I'm saying? But it looked like a lot of money. That's all we're going to say, all right? So he ends up going ham on him on his IG story. Just go ham. I don't know if it's deleted now, if it's still there, but go peep that if it is. But starts going ham on him, going in, just cooking him with Crisco grease, oil, just letting him have it. Okay, and as we know, Joe Budden has done this before with Drake, saying Drake his music wasn't like that, whatever. Drake just ended up, writing a damn autobiography complaining that we're not going to talk about that. So we know how YoungBoy is. Now, people know him, from Louisiana. He's about that life type deal. But it's just confusing to me because, like I said before, people cannot have an opinion no more. It seems that people are looking at their opinions as facts. YoungBoy, in my opinion, shouldn't have went as hard as he did. It's an opinion. Not everybody's going to like your music, bro. Not everybody is going to listen to you and say, yo, he's the best. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot of fans that's gonna say, yo, you're amazing. You top tier, dog. You one of the greatest. And then there's gonna be some people who's gonna look at you. Nah, I don't listen to him. Nah, I don't think I don't really like it. It's kind of trash to me. So my issue with that is, why are you tripping out so hard? Why you go with ham on Mr. Joe Budden, who we all know is gonna say what he want to say when it comes to artists. He's gonna let you know if you trash. He's gonna let you know if you're nice. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna let you know, yo, he's the worst rapper ever, or yo, he's one of the best. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's weird how we are distinguishing that opinion from a fact. Everybody's getting so upset now when people say just the simple opinion of, yeah, they're trash or whatever. Now it's, bro, you one of the worst, bro, come see me, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Because YoungBoy did tell him to come meet him. You know what I'm saying? At what was it, Gravedigger Canyon or whatever, Gravedigger Point, Gravedigger Hill, something like that. AKA he gonna kill him. I don't know. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm from the suburbs, bro. Chill. So it's just weird to me how everybody gets so defensive over this. And now, ladies and gentlemen, guess who else entered the fight? Like, we're playing Super Smash Bros. A new fighter has entered the arena. Mr. Birdman comes through defending YoungBoy, obviously, and tells Joe Budden, yo, you don't want the smoke, blood. You better be careful type deal. You know, if you just read them between the lines, it's pretty much what he's saying. Be careful. Don't do that. Don't play dumb, whatever. This is not your beef, Mr. Birdman. Are you done with the Drewski information? I meant stuff. Like, are you done with that first? You finish your plate, brother. Finish your plate. If you going in on one person, finish it, devour it. Then, all right, now you can come move on to the next one. It's like when a kid goes, you know what I'm saying, to the candy store, right? Picks up out his candy. Then he sees CC's, or, you know what I'm saying, a pizza place right next door. While he's eating his candy, he goes to the pizza place. He starts eating some pizza. Then he sees McDonald's across the street. He stops the pizza, leaves, go get some McDonald's. Finish what's on your plate, sir. Then you could come back. You know what I'm saying? Then we could come back and talk. But it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like Joe Budden's back in the news again for just, like I said, for just saying his opinion. Like I tell people all the time, opinions are opinions. They're not fact. Okay, just because one person says, yo, you trash or you this, don't mean you gotta go ham on them. Don't mean you gotta try to kill them. Don't mean you gotta try to fight them. You know what I'm saying? Relax, all right? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I mean, this is interesting. This is interesting because YoungBoy is going to get someone else again. And Joe Budden's going to get someone else again. Lord Christ. It's insane. It's insane. But we gotta see. Y'all know. Joe Budden's gonna be here again talking about on his podcast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joe Budden and his podcast, man. And YoungBoy might drop a diss song. I believe it. I really do. He gonna say something about Joe. I already know it. It's done for him. Joe, hey, welcome to the spotlight, brother. You're about to be in a diss track. It's getting out of hand. Now, we're jumping into sports right now. And it may seem a little early. I know. But the reason why is because we got a lot. I got a lot to talk about in the sports world. We're going to start off from mild to spicy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how we're going to do it. So let's get into the first one. Aaron Rodgers is back practicing with the team. Now, I know me just saying it doesn't really, you know, it's like, oh, okay, and what's that supposed to mean? Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Rodgers had an ACL tear, ACL injury, okay? How are you back this fast, brother? It was, 72 days, I believe, they said? So 2 months and a quarter, 2 months and a little bit, 2 months and a half, whatever. How are you back, sir? Because as we all know, when it comes to ACL injuries, basketball, football, whatever, they're usually going for the whole season. They miss the whole season, going for the whole year. How is he back this fast? Which means, if this is true, that he's actually back playing and he's moving correctly, he may be able to come back for probably the last 2 games of the season, or last game, or the Jets may just keep him out for the rest of the season just to make sure he's 100%. But the fact of the matter is this man is back from an ACL injury. ACL, ladies and gentlemen, is I believe, if I'm correct, I'm definitely not Googling right now because I don't want people to start fact checking me always now, everywhere, and then I'm just looking stupid. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm correct. Okay, yes, I'm correct. I'm correct. Yes, I did Google check this. I had to fact check myself. It's the area in your knee, ACL, MCL, meniscus, all that parts. Okay, when that's done for, when it's tore, you're not gonna be able to walk. You're not gonna be able to jump, run. That's why it's so hard for athletes to come back from it. That's why they say, they're never the same. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to that. So the fact that he's coming back, ladies and gentlemen, is shocking. What drugs are they giving him? Fen plus Percocets? Or are we talking about, what are they giving this man? Like, it's like he's allergic to Benadryl? Is this what he's taking? Mixed with a little bit of marijuana? What's happening, Mr. Aaron Rodgers? What are you taking that's making you become Superman? What's happening? There's something we don't know about. This is a conspiracy in itself. They giving this man something else to play and get back to health at 100%. Something we don't know, y'all. This is mind-boggling news. How is he doing this? I don't know. We might need to call somebody because this is hey. But I had to say that because, like I said, this is weird that he's coming back so fast. So if you need anything, if you break any bone in your body, tear anything, go head up to New York Jets and ask for Aaron Rodgers. They'll get you right. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got Bronny. Ladies and gentlemen, Bronny is coming back. Mr. LeBron James Jr., LeBron James' son. He is back after having what was cardiac arrest at USC practice for college. He's back though. Looks like he's back at 100%. He's going to be playing. This is going to be record-breaking, obviously. So when you see it trending everywhere, his first game, it's going to trend everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, it's going to be everywhere. Millions, 100 millions of views. Bronny's first game, Bronny's first basket, Bronny's first chase down block, Bronny's first dunk, Bronny's first rebound, first steal. You're going to see it all. You're going to see it all. But here's what sucks. Because he's LeBron James' son, he's going to get criticized, and then LeBron's going to catch straight shots. Let Bronny have a bad game. Let Bronny have a bad game. Oh my gosh, they're going to light him up. They're going to light him up. This is the GOAT's son. He's trash. He's done. He didn't stick to Call of Duty. He didn't stick to streaming, the Fortnite. He's garbage. He's trash. And then, of course, with people behind the phone, behind the computer, they're going to go even harder. He should have had another heart attack. They're going to go ham. They're going to go ham. You already know how people do. Then LeBron's going to catch the strays. LeBron, he's trash, so that's why his son's trash. Like, goodness gracious. People tend to hate on the best. It's ridiculous. When you at the top and you can't go up no more, they want to see you fall. They want to see you come back down. It's crazy. And so it don't matter who's in your circle. They're going to hate on all y'all. Wise words from Quincy, man. But Bronny's first game, man, it's gonna be amazing to watch, to see how he transitions to college ball. Because people used to say, he's not good. Bryce is the better one. But I always have said the younger one's always the best one. When you look at the Ball family, LaMelo, Lonzo, and LiAngelo. LiAngelo played for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's still playing, but not in the NBA. Lonzo got knee problems, knee injuries. And then you got LaMelo, who's blossoming. You know what I'm saying? Looking like an all-star. Looking like he's going to end up being a superstar if he keeps it up. You know what I mean? So, it's always the young ones. The young ones is nice because they look up to the older ones, see what they did right, see what they did wrong, change it, get better, change what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why. So, Bryce, which is LeBron's other son, is looking like stud. Looks like he's taller than Bronny. So, Bryce is looking nice. You know what I'm saying? Bryce, nice. Come on, I do this in my sleep. But Bronny's first game is gonna be nice, and we're gonna really see if he still got it. You know what I'm saying? Because coming off of a damn cardiac arrest, that's we gotta see if he can still do it. If he's gonna be on minutes, minutes restriction, things like that. It's going to be interesting to see, but we're glad he's back in full health and ready to play some ball again. So shout out to Bronny. Now, next in the news, I had to just prep myself because these next two back to back is crazy. Back to back is crazy. Number one, let's talk about. Matter of fact, for you guys, I'm not gonna stay on this one for too long. I'm not gonna stay on these two for too long, and it should take us to the end of the show. Let's talk about Mikey Williams. If you don't know who Mikey is, he was teammates with Bronny at one point. Mikey was looking like the number one prospect in the world, looking like he was gonna be in the NBA right now. He could cook anybody. He was nice, right? Ends up getting a couple gun charges. Now, here's why I say I'm not gonna talk too long about it because it's gonna lead into real things when it comes to real life. Number one, why do kids want to live that lifestyle of the streets? Why are we glorifying going to the street life? Why are we glorifying keeping that gun on you, showing it off on Instagram Live, showing it off to your friends, showing people, yo, I'm hard, I got the strap on me, I got this? Like, why are we doing that? You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we shouldn't do stuff like that. I feel like what we should really do is really value each other for who we are. Value each other. But instead, we want to put everybody 6 feet under. We want to show people we're the toughest in the world. That's crazy. It's getting out of hand. You know, so he catches a gun charge for, believe it was possession. Now, they found him not guilty, dropped all the charges, but he had to take an anger management gun course or something like that. But it just goes to show, though, it's just, you don't even want to get put in that position. Because like I said, he had great promise of being one of the next in the league. Now, he's going to the Charlotte Hornets. He's going to the Charlotte Hornets with Miles Bridges, the abuser. You know what I'm saying? Brandon, what's the other dude? Brandon something who has some giving somebody a gun or something like that. Oh my God. The whole Charlotte Hornets organization just picks up people from the streets. I don't know. It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. But like I said, now we gotta see how this affects his stock, his draft. You know, colleges that want him. We gotta see how that affects everything. And lastly, but certainly not least, we got an update on the Josh Giddey situation, people. Mr. Josh Giddey, if you did not hear it in the last podcast, caught with a minor. Simple as that. But here's what we're hearing now. Here's what we're hearing. So number one, the family of the girl, the alleged victim, the minor, is not cooperating. All right? They're not cooperating with authorities to try to get more information on this whole fiasco. That means one of two things. Hush money is involved, or they were wrong. You know, authorities was wrong. Everybody was assuming, and they were wrong about everything. Or actually, 3, the girl had a fake ID. All right. So now we got to try to put pieces of a puzzle that's damn near impossible because we don't know what to think. Okay. So now they're not cooperating, which is now leading to dead ends. You know, this whole fiasco might just be put in the dirt, is done with. We're not going to have no answers. All right. When people aren't cooperating like this, it's just over with. Now, where it really might be done with, we're hearing that Josh Giddey, who was 21 right now, I believe they say, this happened 2 years ago when he was 18. And the girl was, 17, 15, 16, something like that. We don't know ages now. There's so many numbers out there now. It's ridiculous. But they're saying it happened 2 years ago, but a picture was taken and hanging out, and it was only a one-time thing. So now it's like, Lord heavens, what's going on? What's going on? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with this whole situation. People are covering it. People are thinking this has to be race involved. I believe Des Bryant was talking about Malika Andrews, when she was reviewing it and covering it, that it seemed like she was being racist or just targeting him. It's a lot, man. Malika Andrews getting targeted because anytime any athlete has any type of charge, she always brings it up at like the weirdest times. This is a whole debacle. Sports is a debacle right now. Okay. So Josh Giddey, we don't know what's going on with this situation. This is still unfolding. You know what I mean? I just had to update y'all. And my honest take on everything, it's a debacle. It's a debauchery. A mockery. I'll be here all week. It's insane. It's insane, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, sports is getting crazy. The 49ers smacked the Eagles. My Broncos lost, so my mind is a little bit, a little jokerish. All right. But with all that being said, I want to just say I appreciate you guys. Okay, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to another episode of My Honest Take. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been your host, and I'm glad to say next Monday, finally a guest. Let's pray on that, because Jesus heavens, it's felt like it's been forever, right? So, with all that being said, man, enjoy the rest of your day or night. Stay blessed. Stay positive. Stay hydrated. I don't know. I'm still working on that. I'm still working on these, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. It's been your host, Quincy, and I'm out.